What's going on, guys? Right on the job. Another commute here. Fuck. Come on, let's go drive, man. Okay. Yeah, thank you, guy. Kind of messed it up for me there. But whatever. Welcome to another episode of the season. So episode 3 talked about the human bike lane and why is it important. If you haven't seen it, I'll link it in the description. I hate when cyclists do that. Like, they just indicate they're going left but actually don't look left. Really poor way of riding and driving. Indicating is cool, but you have to actually look to see if you're clear, because if the guy behind you doesn't catch on to that, you know, then you're gonna just drive or ride right in front of him. He's gonna run you over. Yeah, he'll be at fault for running you over probably, but on the flip side, just because you indicated doesn't mean he has to let you in either. He has to yield his right of way to you. See, like, I didn't indicate right there that I had to go left. I had to look left. I know I have a car coming up behind me. So today's topic is Vision Zero. Is Vision Zero feasible? And I'll explain what it is after this red light, because I hate talking at red lights. So Vision Zero is this concept that we can have zero traffic fatalities, and obviously that includes cyclists. Obviously also pedestrians. So Vision Zero really revolves around the road infrastructure and how can we make it safer. There's one major flaw with this. No matter how great or terrible road infrastructure is, if you have people who don't give a shit and who drive recklessly, you're gonna have problems either way. Go ahead, man, you good. So these type of barriers are cool and all, but when you got cars that drive over them, it's like, what's the point? Or you have trucks like this with the trailer in the bike lane, you know, what's the point? Even though the bike lane is a construct of Vision Zero, what's the point if we're gonna have that kind of stuff happening? So that's my main point. Don't let the whole thing just be about the infrastructure, but also retraining people how to drive. So overall, it's the choices that people make on the road that's what really allows us to be safe or not. If you look at the protected bike lane and we're gonna hit that, oh man, look at this. This guy way over the line with that flatbed truck. And that shit look like it will decapitate you if you run into it. Anyway, we'll get to a protected bike lane, and it's like protected from who? Because pedestrians walk in it, cars driving it, or like when they park, they kind of swoop in a bit and take some of the lane. Some of the lane is actually obstructed by pots, by plant pots. I mean, it's crazy. So protected from who? That's the question. I actually have a real good example of Vision Zero failing. So I used to work in my old high school when I was in college. I'm not sure if I told this story before. I used to work in my old high school when I was in college, and the street was reconstructed, right, the layout of it. So at first, when I was in high school, it was 3 lanes going each way. They went ahead, reconstructed it to 2 lanes going each way, a little shoulder on the right, and the lane on the left of each side was just taken out. So they, you know, put the yellow stripes on it indicating do not drive here, and then it was also a left turn lane, right? So you only have 2 active lanes of traffic now. So it was these 2 kids playing around in the street. One wanted the other kid's sandwich, so the kid with the sandwich is running, jaywalks actually. He runs across the street, not in the crosswalk, doesn't have the light, climbs up the median where the flower bed was, come back down, he gets hit by a car. So he gets hit by a car, and you know, I wasn't out there when it happened, but reports said that his brain splattered all over the place. So that's a pretty hard impact. And if I could find a picture of the car, I'll put it up right now. And this is a little 6th grader, you know, maybe 110, 120 pounds. He was kind of chubby. 120 pound kid, brain splattered on the ground because he decided to run across the street without the light, him and his friend. And the friend, unfortunately, or fortunately, I don't know, left the situation unscathed, came back in the cafeteria laughing, ha ha ha, such and such got hit by a car. I'm not gonna say the kid's name. Actually, it doesn't really matter. Ha ha ha, Irvy got hit by a car. And I didn't know he was being serious at the time, but that's just crazy. So the point of my story is, it's all about the decisions we make when we're out on the road, regardless if you're a driver, cyclist, or pedestrian. They chose to play around in the street. They chose to run up the median, cross the flower bed, come back down the next side and keep running, and then the car hit them. So a lot of people said, oh, was the car speeding? It was a brand new car, like maybe 2-3 years old. Cops performed brake tests on it and all that, and they were really trying to pin it on the driver. And the driver, I don't think got a ticket. I mean, all his stuff was up to date. I don't think he got a ticket. Driver just minded his business. Maybe he was speeding, I don't know. I'll tell you right now, speeding is less dangerous than jaywalking carelessly, playing around with your friend in the street. Just my opinion. So the next day, the cops come, and they're on 7th Ave with their radar guns to see if anyone is speeding and give them tickets. So the cops got their radar gun now, and then they're determining if people are speeding and pulling over offenders, so on and so forth. But the funny thing is, dickhead, man. Guy's a dickhead. What the fuck you doing, man? Anyway, cops come with their radar guns to determine if people are speeding. Yo, go around, man. Fucking fat ass motherfucker. Yeah, you go like 2 feet in front of me, you feel good? And look, now I'm gonna pass you. Yeah, you wish you could ride a bicycle. Good, man. So, cops pull some people over, and the crazy part is, the driver, from what I've seen, from what I know, did nothing wrong. They couldn't prove he did anything wrong. The only fault they were able to prove was fault on the pedestrian, but yet when it's time to do the post-crash stuff, they pick on the drivers. It's kind of like cyclists. When cyclists get hit by a car, and it's 100% the car's fault. God. Fuck, I should have just stayed over there. And it's 100% the car's fault. They start picketing cyclists. And it's like, why do they do that? The guy who faulted is, they leave him alone. But then the other people who are the victims, they have to be attacked. All right, let's see if we can get this light here. My man is determined to get that light. But yeah, isn't that crazy? It's the kid's fault, but the drivers paid a price for it. I mean, yeah, the kid is dead, but him and his friend took it upon themselves to leave the building and play around in the street. So let me know what you guys think about Vision Zero. And not because of the story I just told, but in general, from your own experiences as a driver, pedestrian, cyclist, skateboarder, whatever. Let me know how you guys feel about it. This is like always tricky coming through here. You know what's funny, this morning I came outside with 2 shirts on, and as soon as I stepped outside, I was like, oh hell no, I need to take this other shirt off. So, short sleeve shirt and shorts, that's what we rocking with right now. Whew, damn, that lady came out at 1,000,000 miles an hour. Vision zero, man, not feasible. All right, guys, well, I'm gonna roll out. Talk to you guys later. Hey, morning.
How are you today? Friday? Good? Work tomorrow? My man's the first.
Hey. Huh?
Right on time.
Yeah, I know.
These guys are bike together now.
Yeah.
Where's your bike? Take it out of your garage. Check us off, dude.
You put yours in first, because you always leave after me.
Yeah, I think I tend to.
Like, I need half hour to finish off my task. I'm like, 4:55, I'm out.
I know. I don't know how you do it, man.
Easily, with no remorse.